Good day, guys. Come here. Welcome back to part 3 of 4 of the video for the event of Langrisser cross collaborations with Tekkaman Blade. And on part 3 of this video, we will be featuring none other than the characters that does not appear in the summon banner, and you might have guessed it for some old time fans. Yep, that is none other than their younger sister, Miyuki Aiba, aka Tekkaman Repair. So, alright, before we carry on, so just to let you guys know, okay, I'm doing a recording in the open area. So, if you guys happen to hear any birds or animal voice at the background, please do not be surprised. I'm not hallucinating. That's it's a common happening. Sorry, allow me to do quick explanations for my Chinese viewer, and we will be ready to get started in no time. 好，欢迎各位来到 Part 3第3段的部分呢。这一段我们就会讲述关于这个宇宙骑士的第3个人物呢，那就是我们宋的人物，他们的妹妹美雪艾巴，也称作雷贝尔铁家们。然后呢，第3段的视频基本上是蛮直接的了，应该不会说太过多的华语解说，因为是很直接的，因为妹妹就像全部的技能和招式都是像动漫里那样啊，包括等一下山西大家很快就会知道了。然后最后呢，就是让大家知道，我是在一个户外的环境录制的，所以要是你们听到背景呢有鸟叫或动物的叫声呢，不用害怕，不用觉得自己幻听，这是正常的现象。好，我们话不多说，开始喽 ，Let's take a sitter。哇，好中二。Okay, that's too tuney. All right. So without further delay, let's get started on part 3. And just to share with you guys, part 3 is gonna be much shorter. Okay, due to the fact that we'll be skipping, as you guys can see, the CV is blank. So due to the fact of the passing of the voice actress, so I'm just gonna do a quick explanation. 好，第3段呢的视频呢会比较会属于比较慢比较快比较短，因为这一期的视频呢，第一少了那个试玩版呢，第二我们也少了这个语音的介绍了，因为大家可以看到呢，项羽美雪不是艾巴美雪，是项羽美雪的那个 CV 呢是空的，原因是因为呢他的声优在2016年的时候呢过世了。所以出于尊敬和尊重呢，没有再找新的人给他配音了，所以大家敬请见谅。所以到时候来到你们的那个自己的那个服务上呢，是不会有这个声音的。Alright, sorry for the delay. Back to explaining. So apparently, this part of the video will be much shorter. Okay, as you guys can see, due to the fact that the CV section is kind of blank. The reason is pretty simple, is because due to the passing of the late Mrs. Yuko Mizutani-san, who actually voiced the original character for Miyuki Aiba. So due to her passing in 2016, and due to the respects of the characters, there will be no CV for the characters. So it may sound weird, but apparently that's how they made the decisions. So yeah. So I guess this may be also due to the reason why we do not have like a 30th anniversary special or like a remake for Tekkaman Blade series. Yep. So alright, and so this part 3 is gonna be much shorter. We do not have demo play, and we're skipping out the voice sections. So alright. So So these are all the class for Miyuki. The original path, original class start off with the assassin as a young lady, followed by transformations to the incomplete Tekkaman series, and she's known as Tekkaman Repair. Yep. So apparently her power in the series is not complete in compared to her two other brothers. And only single path, and these are her stats: A, S, D, B, B, S. So as you guys can see, she's given out as SSR characters, and there is no way for us to use the SR shot. So sadly, this time around Zilong did not attempt to do this way, so we are not able to get the characters to rank 6 fairly easily. In the past, they did do the mechanism, like for Record of Lotus Pan, that once we upgrade him to rank 6, he will become an SSR characters, but I guess they kind of dropped this thing. And another sad news for you guys is due to the fact that she's a sensing class, we will explain later on. Okay, it's not she is that weak, but as a free character, she is pretty strong, and she has the following factions: Princess faction buff, Meteor, and collaborations. So currently, out of the 3 characters, and given as a free character, she enjoy the best benefit, as she can receive Princess faction buff from SP Luna and the 3C of Meteor faction buff from the semi-anniversary characters Mooing. So okay, due to the fact that my loss, the passing of my ROG5, which I have do should you summon and detail informations about the character skills and stats. So I will be going through more details about the character skills, etc. on this section, so bear with me. But of course, interested players who are interested, you can check out on the notes I have posted for the characters. Okay, this is the rank 5 version, so I'll be reciting I'll just go through with you guys. Okay, this is a talent. Okay, for rank 5. Loosely translated as Heart of Solitary. Her effect are as follow. Again, this is the one at rank 5. Okay, number 1, increase attack and crit rate by 20%. Number 2, before using skills, you will deal fixed damage to your heroine based on 6% of your current HP or your remaining HP. This effect cannot be immune. Number 3, when receiving damage, including fixed damage, or should I say, after receiving damage, including fixed damage, you obtain 1 layer of belief buff. So belief buff has the following effect. First, increase damage deal by 5%. This effect can be stacked up to 5 layers max. Effect cannot be dispelled and lasts for 2 turns. Number 4, when using skills or when you enter, if you had 4 layers or more belief buff effect, you'll recover 50% of your current lost HP, and all skill CD will be reduced by 1 turn. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward. The only main difference between 5 and 6, if I gotta say, it's at rank 6, attack and crit rate will be increased by 25% instead. Then The last part about recovery HP is 60% instead of 50%, so not too much of a difference. Okay, next will be exclusive skill 1 and 2. So as a free character, she only had like 2 exclusive skills and 1 3C. Okay, similar to D-Boy and Shinya, they have this like hooking teleport ability that they can teleport or transfer themselves very near to the enemy and dealing damage at the same time. So for Shinya and D-Boy is more or less an AoE damage, but for her it's a single target. Okay, exclusive skill 1, a 1C skill, is loosely translated as chain movement. It's a 1C skill, a CD of 4 turns, the range is 4 blocks. The AoE type is physical single target. The effects are as follows. Number 1, choose target in a straight line directions, followed by a vertical direction above or below the initial point and cause teleportations effect. The effect are as follows. First, fly to the chosen endpoint of the equivalent distance. And second, if the target unit is an ally, you can attack again. Number 2, if the chosen target is an enemy, you will deal 1.5 times damage into battle with the target, and ranged soldiers unit you had will attack together in the battle. So this is how only act against skills, but it's an attack again only, so you will not be able to move again. I presume we will find out more in the detailed play later on. And sorry for some of the slaughter part. I believe some of you might have noticed about some slaughtering for Shinya, D-Boy, and Miyuki about their so-called teleportation skills is because based on the text, it just said the direction above, but when I test out, some of characters can go above or below, but the Miyuki description here, it's the directions above, so it's gonna look more like a L shape in opposite directions. So I'm not sure that I say it wrongly, so I apologize if I do. We'll find out more later on. Okay, exclusive skill 2, light wing strikes. This is her iconic move, one of the iconic move in the anime series. So if I'm not wrong, Tekkaman Blade start out earlier than Gundam V Victory. The Hikari no Tsubasa concept may or may not be taken from the show. So if you guys can understand the Hikari no Tsubasa, or for new gen players who watch Gundam Wing Destiny, if you can see how Destiny Gundam swing or weave around with the light wings, so this is kind of like a similar concept. This is her iconic move. Okay, light wing strikes is a 2C skill, has a CD of 2 turns, the range is 2 blocks, the AoE type is physical single target. Okay, the effect are as follows. Number 1, attack and deal 1.5 times damage to target enemy. Number 2, before battle, deal a fixed damage to both your hero and target enemy based on 5% of your remaining HP value. Number 3, if there are no other enemy 1 block around the target unit, increase damage deal by 20%. Number 4, after battle, you can move 3 blocks again. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And last but not least, number 3, final decisions or final resolutions. This is the most iconic move. So spoiler descriptions ahead. So if you don't want to get spoiled, you may want to skip the upcoming 15 seconds of things I'm going to describe. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So this move is only being used one time in the anime series. This is her final moment where she do self-destructions against AoE damage against a bunch of enemies. So if you guys are interested, feel free to watch the original materials. So alright, Final Decisions is a 3C move, a CD of 6 turns. The range is self. The AoE type is physical 3 blocks. So you have both passive and active skills. Passive ability, number 1. For each layers of belief buff you had, reduce damage taken by 10%. Number 2. When your heroine HP value is below 90%, the following will happen. First, increase your crit rate by 30%. Second, increase crit damage by 20%. So okay, this is pretty cool for her because this is her special unique icon 3C. So for each belief buff she had, the damage she take will be reduced by 10%, but this excludes fixed damage. But the best part is the second effect. When your hero HP is below 90%, okay, you will straight up enjoy crit rate increment of 30% and crit damage increment of 20%. So they're trying to maximize the damage you can deal. Okay, active skills. Number 1, deal 0.4 times AoE damage to yourself and enemies within 3 blocks range. Number 2, apply following debuff effect to damage enemies for 2 turns. The damage received increased by 20%. Number 3, if this skill's damage 3 or more enemies, reduce this skill CD by 3 turns. Number 4, if the heroine dies this turn, the following will happen. First, you will deal 0.3 times physical AoE damage to enemies within 3 blocks range. Second, allies unit within 3 blocks range will gain for 2 turns damage deal increased by 30% buff effect for 2 turns. So yeah, this is a self-destruction move, but of course it doesn't mean you 100% die. It will depend on the equipment and effect or any support you give the characters. But if she managed to die, this will be great. Sadly, this is coming out from me because of the effect. Okay, when you cast this 3C, the 3C will do 0.4 times AoE damage. And if she died this turn, it will do another follow-up damage of 0.3 times. It's a total of 0.7 times AoE damage. So do note that the 0.4 times AoE damage is to both Miyuki and enemies within 3 blocks range. So she will take the initial 0.4 times AoE damage too. So this means there's a high chance that she will die and causing a follow-up 0.3 times AoE damage straight up. Again, she is like a Chimera type of mixed hero, a fusion of both the Langrisser 3.0 characters, Vincent, where you have this depth destructions, and followed by the 3C of Sharik from the Langrisser Millennium WS, because if he die on the turn, he will also do follow-up with other debuff effect. But as you guys can see, her debuff are slightly different. She do not have no healing and other debuff, but she's kind of like a support debuff for allies because enemies will receive damage received increment of 20%, and at the same time, if there are any allies around her, they will gain damage deal increment of 30%. This is definitely a lot. This is like one of the highest effect. Then you guys can see this is she's the assassin. So this is currently one of the suggested item builds with enchantment. So we'll go with Blazing Sun to increase crit rate and crit damage and go with this weapon. Okay, because this weapon will increase AoE damage by 10%, and last strike is not a must. You can replace last strike with other equipment that can provide additional destruction ability, and followed by this, and of course optional item, optional accessories, bloodthirst nail. This is to prevent her from getting silent. And these are the list of soldiers that she can use. Apparently very little soldiers unit, but the best to go with is the Miss Assassin. Okay, because of the SP Miss Assassin effect. First, increase crit rate by 45%, and when battling with non-female heroine characters, increase battle damage, increase our attack by 15% in battle. But the most important is the follow-up effect. If unit do crit attack, and when you initiate to do damage, before damage, you apply one random debuff effects to the enemy unit. So this means that there's a high chance that before you cast the 3C or your other skills, you can cause debuff effect like defense reductions of 20% or damage increment of 20% beforehand to maximize the damage. For other characters, it's more for single target attack, so this will not have great synergy with her 3C ability. And we'll check out, this is her 3C animations. Here we go. So yep, there is no voice pack. And we will not be able to see all the character stats. They were just written, she came from the Tekkaman Blade Space Knight universe. So you guys can see, you're not able to hear any voice at all. Okay, you, however, can obtain her skin for free or for some trading of your skin tickets via the event. So let's check out the original characters. So you check out the chibi animations. This is her attack, moving. Okay, casting skills, stunned, great releasing of skills. Also, as you guys can notice that Tekkaman Blade series is a more serious tone show. So apparently I do notice that for the chibi characters, even when they are stunned, etc., they do not do those cute, funny icon for the characters. Okay, then for robot fans, is a female robot. Let's check out the Jiggle physics. So you only be able to check out the shoulder plate, but don't worry, I will showcase all the Jiggle physics for all the obtainable skins on part 4 of the video. I will also showcase you guys how you can get the characters, the characters skinned for free. And last but not least, the original characters. So apparently, not much difference. So this is the original. Apparently, the original default skins looks nicer because of the laser, the pink laser aura emitting out from the character. Okay, Jiggle physics for yeah, Miyuki do have some, but it's alright to showcase the maximize of her damage. allow me a little bit of time. I'm trying to get more attack mastery for her characters. Okay, to play Miyuki is very simple. You do not, you only focus on one thing, PvP or PvE, that is attack. She rarely needs HP because the idea is to maximize her damage so you can use her self-destruct 3C. So the faster she casts and so-called die in the battle, the better it is. Oh my god, did I? Oh gosh, I chose the wrong items. My bad. And of course, her 3C is AoE, then that's the reason why I said sadly for her. Because as an assassin, and her 3C range is only 3 blocks. There's only 3 blocks range, so the area of effect is actually considered pretty low. So I was hoping if she's at least cavalry or infantry, at least she can be equipped with items like balance blade to increase the range of attack or range of damage. Okay, since it's just more a quick play, I won't go too much into using resource to increase the attack, etc. I'll just try to push whatever is given to me. I gotta save some for the upcoming SP hero that's going to be coming out on the next coming banner. And some of you might have already seen my post that will be SP Omega. That is our first year anniversary heroes that is released together with Uria. Okay, that's it. Okay, I'll not be spending too much. So okay, we'll be finding out more about the 3C because the 3C says if the heroine died this turn, she will do a 0.3C damage. So we will use this effect to see if we'll a few things we got to focus on is how to effectively cause her to self-destruct in the same turn, and if she managed to live on after this turn, will this effect still be intact? Is it a bug or anything else? And also about her 1C, her so-called teleportation skills. So I gotta apologize. I always have this confusion about the teleportations effect, the way they describe, whether it's in the English version or the Chinese version, the text seems not that easy to go with. Alright, now we'll do the detailed play on the testing for Apex Arena. And of course, there are pros and cons about Miyuki aside from her class of assassin. But I guess the major downside for Miyuki may be PvE. If she is at max, she's definitely very strong. She's most efficient in PvE stage that require no more than 1 or 2 ally death because due to the downside of a 3C, the self-destruct, a higher chance of causing self-destructs against herself. But other than that, any PvE stages that require no ally death will not be efficient for her. Okay, so why not? Let's get both her brothers out. So okay, we're gonna make everyone rank 6. So okay, this is the difference at rank 6, the Heart of Solitary. So you guys can see increased crit and attack rate by 25%. The fixed damage due to yourself is still 6%. And last but not least, the HP recovery is 60% of lost HP. And all of the list of skills are all other skills that she had are all single target. So okay, I can only think of one of the characters that will be maximizing or great help to her will be Ice Queen Imelda, because of the fact that she can cause fixed damage to her. So apparently it's still suggested to go with Last Strike for Miyuki. You just want to let her have Last Strike to survive damage due from enemies. But afterwards, when it's come to your turn to launch an attack, you don't have to care too much. Okay, so I'm gonna add in some mix. Okay, where are you, Celica? Oh gosh. So I feel that Celica is one of the best support for her. So of course you can try to play Clock Enchantment as long as you have Celica in your team to keep spamming the 3 seed because the destruction is high. And also we will be trying to do a test out if Celica gave her revive. If he died once, will the follow-up damage trigger too? So this is something I believe everyone might be curious to find out. Okay, I'm perhaps gonna give one Liana. Okay, so everyone have their equipment. Liana wise is okay. Alright, let the game begin, and of course the summon god I use is the one that providing the most attack. So this is Miyuki at rank 6 without faction buff. Later on we'll do another play with faction buff for her, so don't worry. Okay, I'm gonna give her revive first. Okay, let's check out the range. So her mobility is actually very low, 3 blocks. So just to showcase how the chain movement works. So you see, you can choose upward or downward, but during the description phase, it just said 目标上方. So this means above the target enemy. Okay, I'm gonna showcase. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you guys can see it's gonna be of equivalent range 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can only choose it this way. Oh yeah, it's pretty low. Then okay, the effect says you can attack again. Let's see if there is another how do I say it? Where if you can move again or just straight attack. And you guys can see, so chain movement, you got to be quite precise and specific about it, because how long did you latch onto your allies or enemy? The follow-up second latching range will be the equivalent range. So if I'm hooking on my allies by 1 block, I can only choose the target area by 1 block. Okay, but what if there is an ally on the left side? Let us try. Okay, I'll not be able to move. I'll just be stuck. And sadly, her attack again really is just staying on this position to attack again. She'll not be able to move. Oh my god! Oh, my bad. Sorry guys. My bad. I wrote it wrongly. It's 3 ring, not 3 blocks. I think they had a upgrade or change from the initial description. So there's an upgrade. So initially what I saw is 3 blocks. So now it becomes 3 ring. So this means there is no need for balance blade. Apologize. Oh, sorry, my apology. Gosh. So right, if I choose to move here and I choose on the right side, so you guys can see 3 blocks, go by 3 blocks. Okay, 3 ring, this is too awesome and scary, if I may say. There's definitely a total upgrade. So right, let us try. So the best way to maximize Miyuki in PvP will be allowing the enemies to choose Papa Vaga so it can transform. So allow me to showcase. Not only that, every time Miyuki receives damage, whether it's fixed or not, she will gain 1 layer of belief. So later on, if I'm gonna cast, the AoE is gonna be 3 layers. I can't think of a good way to go for more than 3 layers. Okay, the only best way if the enemies have 1 SP Freya, so we'll try out later on. So overall, Miyuki is very easy. The testing is very straightforward. Okay, so allow me to say something. 各位亲爱的观众，大家好，我之前应该是有可能我看错了，也有可能是有版本更新。这个美雪的3C 呢，不是3格，是3圈。3圈的话就非常强了。你们可以看到那个 AoE 的屏幕呢是非常高、非常大的。OK， 好了，我们现在来表演。当然，现在我们会试试看呢，信念啊，看能够造成多高。目前等下只可以造成3叠，不过我们在接下来会试试看怎么有什么情况可以把它叠到非常高。So alright, now Papa Vargas is transformed. And last but not least, I will, in continuation to this detailed play, I will add on to a video clip posted by one of my friends from the CN servers who shared the maximized total annihilation destruction power of a 3C. So stay tuned in a while. I'll stay tuned to the end. So here we go. Okay, I'm gonna off the animation first. Okay, okay, we're gonna try to max heal everyone if possible. Okay, let's see how many people we can kill. Hey, too bad. That's the best. We can go 100%. Okay, here we go. Sayonara, Miyuki. Shinjite, hero. So you guys can see, boom. Wow, it's so crazy. Yep. She took out, like, from Papa Vargas alone, it's 15,000, 11,000 worth of HP value, and any allies other than Papa Vargas just literally die. Okay, do you know that other than Liana, the rest of the characters are fully equipped with items? So it's kind of sick, so let us check out again. So you see, and this is only at 3 stacks, because before battle I'll do a fixed damage to myself, and my belief will stack up to 3 times. It will be damage increment of 15%. Okay, what if this time I'm gonna do another trick. I'm gonna get just the allies here. Okay, slightly not that nice. You gotta, that's why I say the hardest part is about the chain movement. You gotta be careful on how you target it. Okay, if it's normal situation without casting a 3C, I'll just be dead by now. So it's not very easy for me to try to maximize the. I'm trying to maximize the charges, then I'll be able to attack again, but this way I'll not be able to deal damage to everyone. Okay, but okay, it's weird. Okay, I'm maximizing. I created the additional skill damage increment for my helmet and AoE skill increment of 10%. So let's see how much damage we can do to Papa Vargas this time around. Okay, our HP is still below 90%. Whew. Wow, Papa Vargas almost died. He almost died. So okay, you can see the debuff she gave. So apparently the Mies assassin gave a debuff too, but I'm not sure if it's due to overlapping because Prabhavagas only have this one damage increment of 20%. This is from Miyuki's 3C, then ally within 3 blocks. As you guys can see, the second buff that stays damage increment of 30%. We're gonna rewind a little bit so you guys can see. And do note that the passive from the 3C is based on Miyuki's own HP. So only when her heroine HP is below 90%, it's not overall, then you'll be able to tell and see. And since I have it's weird, I only have 3 layers when I cast, but I'm still recovering HP. Okay, let's check it out again. So the damage is a lot. I think I'm gonna slow down my bad. I forgot to do it. So let's check it out again. So follow any one of you guys watching from YouTube, you can pause it. So 33,000 for Ice Cream Milda, then for Chris, a follow-up of 18,000, which you divide by 2 is around 9,000. So that's a lot. And because we can't pause mid-battle, there's no way for me to check and find out like how much actual damage they're dealing in mid-battle. So let's go back again. So what if this time around yep, sadly there's no way for me to unequip my heroes with soldiers, so we can just check everything out on blank. Okay, what if this time around we gave enemies characters? Okay, this will be more fair. Let's see if they're able to tank the hit. And you guys can go down. Though now I'm gonna showcase 2 types of faction buff. One is from Mullin. Okay, just for testing purpose, I'm gonna give the like weaker soldiers, and followed by Luna. Okay, let's check the 3C effect given by each. So for the Meteor faction buff, it's when you initiate attack into battle, increase damage deal by 15%. And when you initiate attack and after killing enemy, you obtain a 1-turn undispellable shield. So the faction buff effect from Meteor is not that great in compared to the 2C or 3C of SP Luna, because her effect states, when you initiate attack and after successfully dealing damage, you will deal a one-time fixed damage against the enemy based on 15% of your hero's max HP value. So SP Luna is the best character to do combo with Aiba Miyuki. So this time I'm going to give the enemies okay, I'm going to change a little. Let's see if we have SP. Okay, SP Freya, and I do have her, so I'm going to put her inside the box. There's always a kind of inconvenient. You got to do this switching around. And after you save, so now we will be able to use her in the apex. Okay, I'm always using Papa Vargas as a reference because he's like a strongest or highest tanker. I mean, if it's other characters, you guys can see they will just, well, probably die straight up. Okay, I'm gonna give you, so we'll deal a little bit more damage later on. Okay, we will see how Heaven Defier will fare against her 3C2. So I do notice the downside about the chain movement is that you can't choose a direction in a straight line of your choice. For Miyuki, it's always an L shape, and it's always towards the left. You can't go to the right side if there is insufficient space. So it always be like a opposite direction of L, upward or downward. Okay, a few things we will be trying out too. What if we gave her healing from Ice Cream Milder? Sorry, healing from Rose and Seal. Okay, we'll try out later on. So let's go one by one first. Okay, now we'll speed up. Okay, let's see how can we maximize the damage. So we're just gonna kill off and activate Papa Vargas. So again, I'm gonna do the first try without healing, and second I'm gonna go with healing from Rose and Seal. And also from you. Okay, I'm gonna provide a little bit of faction buff power and also damage increment for me. Okay, let's see if I can survive. Okay, did not trigger, that did not go well. I was intending to do a pattern, but oh well. Okay, now with faction buff, we're at 1009, and of course, I do not have Arena Mastery. So you guys can treat it as just a minor base stats. And I'm currently at 2 stacks. So I should be able to get max 5 stacks due to Freya. Here we go. Okay, let's check out. Okay, I'm gonna give you healing wands. Okay, the healing is weak. Never mind. So okay, Ice Cream 12,000, Papa Vargas 15,000, Freya is at 14,000, and Heavenly Fire 13,000. Don't blink, and here we go. Oh wow, we successfully killed off Papa Vargas once and other allies around. And except for Heavenly Fire. Okay, so if your physical defense is almost near 900, you will be able to fend off the much of the damage. So apparently, under the maximized situation, you will be dealing more than 15,000, and because of the fixed damage you do from Freya before battle, you get to enjoy that effect. And not to mention from follow-ups by Luna. So I'm gonna slow it down a little. Apparently I do know that when I take the fixed damage, I'm not sure if it's due to bug display, the belief charge remains at 2 before the damage. I mean, it does say it's when receiving damage including fixed damage. Afterwards, you obtain 1 layer of belief, so I thought before I cast a self-destruct, I should have gained that. So let's try one. Now I took 2 damage. Okay, I killed off Papa Vargas. Oh, no, we managed to kill off Heavenly Fire once. My bad. So even with... Okay, but apparently... Okay, wait, there's no follow-up from the faction buff, apparently after you die. Let me confirm again. I'm not sure if this is a bug or I missed it. Let me check in, sorry. OK， 我们现在要看的就是呢，吃了这个露娜的超绝呢，刚刚露娜的那个超绝的那个跟进伤害有没有发动呢？ 这里是3C，然后我们再自爆。哦，是有的，有的。Okay, it did. There is a follow-up for the 3C damage. So from the follow-up damage from Luna, but the enemy already died before the follow-up damage from Luna happened. Okay, now we're gonna be using Rose and Seals, character like Rose and Seals, or other characters with healing protections for the allies. 因为我们现在会用让敌方有超大的这个奶量呢，来看可以不可以扛得住。Okay, it's still a little bit. Don't worry, and now we'll try. Okay, I'm gonna put her here. So later on, she'll be taking 6 damage. Okay, will we see a 3C? We should be. Son of a Miyuki! Explosion! Oh my god, I do see one of the characters taking 20,000. Okay, did you guys saw it? Did you guys see it? The 3C followed by the death of her follow-up AoE damage. It's considered, well, I don't know how to describe it. I call it a one-line service or one strike attack, because it's not after 3C. The enemies get healed once, then followed by her death. The enemy get healed again. So let's check out one more time. So you can see, because all of them should have crystal healing, so it should be treated as a separate AoE. I mean, that's how I thought, but apparently upon death it's straight up. It's considered a full continuation animations, and after her death, then you get a heal. So you guys can see, the enemies don't get a heal first. Okay, now we're gonna try another one. Is what if we give her revive and healing first beforehand? Okay, 我们现在要试试看呢，要是给她复活的话呢，会发生什么事 ？Okay, but I bring the wrong soldiers in it, so no worries. This does not really matters. Okay, we were trying out with revive. If she die once, will the explosion still occur? If it don't, then sadly there is no positive bug. 我们现在就试试看呢，给她复活。要是复活呢，她还是不会自爆的话，那就是没有一个很好的那个 bug 了，就单纯的就是一定要等她死。Okay, so Pumper Vargas is already transformed, so even if she survived the revive, Pumper Vargas will still kill her, so you guys can check out. Oh, the 20,000 is to herself. Hmm? Wait. Wait, oh, I'm gonna speed up a little. Okay. Apparently, if there is revive and she die afterwards, there is no follow-up trigger of the effect. This is very weird. There's no follow-up. Then Papa Vargas killed her. Okay, again, I'm not sure this is a bug. Sadly, this is not a very positive thing. Okay, I'm just gonna try it on the spot. Okay, let me read this any description. So the first one shows the belief she had is one turn damage increment. So it's individual icon and cannot be dispelled. So I have 4. So apparently there is no descriptions of so if the heroine die this turn, it's a description for the players, but it's not a description inside. You will not find description. It will not write like if she died this turn, what will happen. This is unlike Sherik. Sherik has the skills that written as if he die this, if he do not die this turn, the effect will be lost, etc. Okay, so this time I'm not gonna give her revive, but I'm gonna try to fully heal her if possible. So let's see if she can survive. So apparently we don't have to wait for the next turn the effect to be lost, because apparently the 3C do not have like a, after you cast it, if she survives, there is no text that says you need to die this turn. And so yeah, even with last try, I forgot about it because her own fixed damage cannot be immune. So even with last try, it will not save her from dying. So yeah, the 3C is kind of like a destruction button. She is almost bound to. She's definitely bound to die. If she does not, the effect of if the heroine die this turn, she'll do a follow-up, will not trigger, will not happen. Okay, the only thing you want to do is increase damage for your allies within 3 ring range. So yeah, that would be great. Oh, okay, okay, managed to survive. Okay, this is one combo we can try, so you guys can see. Oh, we do not have damage increment of 30% because she does not die. Okay， 所以要是没有死掉的话呢，他不会给那个团队的人30%的那个增伤。我们现在试试看在原地起爆。Let's try destruction at the spot. Will allies still gain? So let's check out. You guys can see, Luna do not have damage increment of 30%. What? So now I'm going to try she die herself. So you only get damage deal increased by 30% if she die. So if she do not die while she casts these skills, it will be useless. Initially, I was thinking of a combo. It's giving her revive, then allowing her to cast 3C if she survives, reset her 3C so she can spend the next turn while providing 30% damage increment for allies. So apparently, sadly, this is not the case. Okay, before we almost come to the end, I'm gonna showcase what I feel the best characters to go combo with. It will be none other than Sharik. Okay, okay, we can check out some description from here. So I'll just explain for my English viewer. Sharik, when you cast the 3C, you will obtain closing curtain effect. Upon death, you will deal bitter pain smiling debuff effect to enemies and dealing a 1 x 0.2 times AoE damage and cause a 2-turn debuff effect. They'll lose accessory effect and not able to heal. The effect cannot be immune. So apparently Sharik has such descriptions as even more clear, but that is not the case for Tekkaman Rapier. But nonetheless, you're trying to use for a one-time death collision damage against enemy. This is still pretty strong. You'll be able to take out enemies other than Papa Vargas or enemies with multiple resurrection skills. So yeah. So Heaven Defier will also die. So other than that, okay, maybe I'll place her here and okay, I'm gonna give a little bit more healing. So yep. So I feel the best combo to go with is Sharik and SP Luna and also Ice Cream Milda to maximize her talent charges and effect. So this debuff effect can be prevented by the kind of dispel. So I'm gonna do a little bit help here. So no worries, I'm gonna cast 3C straight up to clear off all the debuff. Other than the painful smile. Oh wow, this is bad. Okay, I'm gonna try this assist skill. Okay, I'm gonna make use of my own ice cream to activate Papa Vargas. Okay, apparently this may not be a good case, so I'm gonna reset one last time. I guess I'll switch a healer for Freya instead, since Freya is not widely used in PvP. So let's check out any Any healer that will be nice to use. Okay, I guess I gotta switch back to Liana. And I'm gonna put a 3C for her. So we can maximize the dispel. So yeah. Okay, this should be better. So just gonna quick showcase. This is the like best combo. So Derek causing the pain laughter effect. And after casting the debuff, the enemies will get this debuff, which cannot be dispelled. So we just want them to have this effect. They don't have to be dispelled, it's fine. And I'm gonna need a little bit of help from you. Okay, my bad. Apparently he do not counter attack, so I'm just gonna end. And now Papa Vargas is activate. And followed by faction bar. Okay, let's go for it. So apparently, Papa Vargas after transforming will be immune to fixed damage. So apparently, giving him the laughter in pain debuff is a bad idea. But okay, here we lose it. So here we go. So yep, we maximize the damage, and apparently Papa Vargas survived. Did he? Did he survive, or did he not? Let me double confirm again. Okay, so Papa Vargas managed to survive, but anyone else will still die once. And the key is to healing and make sure Papa Vargas is at 100%. So he has like a tank mechanism from last right, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, he has last right. So if he do not have last right or he has below 100% HP early on, the high chance is that he should have died. But nonetheless, Sharik and SP Luna plus Ice Queen Imelda provide one of the best assistant to Tekkaman Rapier, so she worked best in, I'll say, PvE matches where there is like a whole horde of enemies, because 3 ring it's a lot. Okay, let's try one final time. And okay, I have not tried the wings of attack, so I believe you guys might be interested, so allow me try to showcase. Okay, just showcase this 2C first. Okay, then I'm gonna put you here. So it's very troublesome to use their chain movement or this teleport effect. You got to study how it works properly before you can go. So this is how the attack animations go. Okay, she is an assassin, she has attack priority, and I had like 3 layers before the battle, so I already have 15% in damage increment, so that's not too bad. And after the attack, I can move 3 blocks, so this is pretty straightforward. But in PvP, it's not easy for you to survive after using the light wing strike followed by a 3C. That is a very rare occasion, unless you manage to survive, run back, and you have another allies casting act again for you, then you can go ahead, and of course that would be cool. So this will be like more efficient only in PvE, but it's not going to be very great. Okay, one last time. So gotta trigger and activate Papa Vargas. Okay, never mind. Should just kill him. And what if this time around I cast like a... Okay, instead of 3C, I'm just gonna cast normal crystal protection. Okay, Papa Vargas is still able to transform. Okay, let's see if I can still cause a laughing in pain effect. So apparently nope. Okay, I'm gonna cast a 3C on Ice Cream Milda instead. Or just herself. Okay, you don't want to give him too much protections, and here we go. Okay, so if Papa Vargas is not at 100% without the effect of Last Ride, he should die, based on my understanding. And giving a pre-debuff from the Miss Dancer or Miss Assassin, so yeah, Papa Vargas will die. However, he will not die if he's at full health. So you can see the reduction of 40%. It's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna try cast healing for myself. Yep, okay, I'm gonna give Ice Cream Milda at max health too, so here we go. Okay, so you see, if with the power of Last Ride, Papa Vargas can survive with like around at least overall 10%. So thanks to the 40% in damage reductions, Papa Vargas may survive. And with this, we have come to the end of part 3. So I'll switch in the clip shown by my friend players in CN servers. Okay, now we will come to the final part and this showcase. The ranking of Miyuki. So this is my suggested item build, followed by other players. So you can either go with Magic or Blazing Sun. Magic is for your AoE damage, but Blazing Sun is trying to maximize and increase crit damage deal. Okay, I definitely would suggest for this. Okay, a lot of the clothes don't. So currently the downside is clothes item do not have anything that provide damage increment for her. Okay, there's a rich player. There's a new items. The love sand. So this item is when being attacked by enemy or receiving damage upon death. Sorry, when being attacked by enemy receiving damage, or when you die, you will do a 1-turn lose control debuff effect to the target. Okay, you'll lose this effect 1 turn when you initiate to enter battle. So when you're not in PvP mode, this effect will change to damage received, increased by 20%. So this is one of the best item for Miyuki, but this is for the forge items, which you either have to collect enough points or you got to pay to get items. So this is definitely the best item for Miyuki because you can cause the target enemy to lose control for 1 turn. So this is a very efficient and strong debuff effect, which sadly I do not have this item. So this is actually one of the best suggested build. So you guys can see, other than strong tanker like Papa Vargas and get it equipped with Last Ride and at full health, other than that, most other allies, even with revive effect, they will easily lose 1 of their HP. So yep, this is it. We have come to the end. Thank you guys for watching. This is coming. See you guys on part 4. And this is a view for players viewing from the phone. So alright, see you guys on part 4 and goodbye.